Welcome to this conversation on behalf of the African American female professors. Today, I will speak with Dr. Ricks, who brings 30 years of wisdom in terms of companies and individuals. She's the author of Intentional Professional Growth. She also has been on a journey of faith with a family of educators. Also, her business Sense of Equity is helping us to bridge these gaps in our world. Dr. Ricks will help us power through systemic inequities to find new success, and especially in fields like education, where Black women have been underrepresented for decades. As we begin the conversation of unlocking potential, let's salute those on whose shoulders we stand. Sarah Jane Woodson Early in 1866 was the first African American female professor. Dr. Willa Blair, 1948, earned a PhD from Columbia University, and in 1956 became the first African American woman to serve as a president of an accredited four-year college. Adelaide Cromwell, 1945. She was the first Black faculty member at Smith College. She also went on to serve at Hunter College and Boston University. She received her doctorate from Radcliffe in 1953. And also my own dear great aunt, Charlotte Handley Scott. She was the first African American woman to be tenured faculty at the University of Virginia. In honor of these legacies, Dr. Ricks will now help us move with resilience to address systemic inequities and unlock our collective potential.
Unless we start with the person sitting in our seat, the microaggressions, the different things that African American women go through in academia, actually in other areas, unless you manage the person sitting in your seat, how you manage those microaggressions, how you take care of yourself, and let's have a discussion. Unless we do that, I think everything else, it's like a domino effect. If I don't value who I am or whose I am, then those microaggressions, when they hit, they're going to hit harder. Women of color, especially professors, we're critical. We're critical to the future of higher education. And we have to be sure that we are there and present, that in the midst of challenges, there are opportunities. There are major opportunities, but they're hard to get to when your feelings have been hurt.
To be truly focused, Dr. Ricks explains that we must find a sense of equity and strive for fairness in the environments we work in, as well as within ourselves.
DNA, I believe that things should be fair, sometimes to the point of being a bit ideal, but we can at least seek for it. And that's why sense of equity, sense of equity, just a sense of it. We're not looking for perfection, but in our field, in the field of social work, I could really get into the social determinants of health, okay? And how social workers work to balance that playing field. But social workers have different identities, come from different backgrounds, and it's still not always equitable. So my purpose, my focus is on giving everybody, at least everybody that I come into contact with, a sense of equity. Just literally a sense of equity, a sense of this conversation, and how are we going to address these things that occur in academia. I was hesitating just now because what I don't want to say, how are we going to address these things that happen to us? We got to get rid of that mindset. That's a very passive way of thinking, okay? And you lock up your control. You minimize, not lock up, but you minimize your control when all these things are happening to me. No, what can you do? That doesn't dismiss It doesn't mean what's happening doesn't mean people are not doing things that are really wrong and unfair. Like I said, what's your end game? That's not going to stop. But what I do can and does make a difference. And of course, the more people do this, the more they get their traction in this way, the stronger they will be. Sal, I do believe challenges are opportunities. I believe it's hard, but I believe challenges are opportunities for the manifestation of excellence. Despite the challenges, amplify your voice. Despite what's going on, make conscious decisions to choose to persevere and let your purpose, your God-given purpose and work finish. We all have a purpose, whether we realize it or not. And when we're in academia, when we are just intelligent, robust, brilliant women of color in academia, let whatever is happening, good, bad, and ugly, let that be a part of your equipping. I do believe that God either has already equipped us or he is equipping us for some higher purpose. And like I said, we just got to stay in the game. Show ourselves some grace. Know that we are at any given point in time, and I do believe this. I'm telling you everything I believe in just about. People do the best they can with what they have at the time when they have it. Drop the mic.
Thank you, Dr. Ricks, for a wonderful conversation and those great insights. Thank you to the African American Female Professor Award Association, and check out their website. Do get the book by Dr. Ricks, and also check out unityfirst.com on its YouTube channel, or go to www.unityfirst.com.